back to music and everything. When did you realize that like, oh, this is something I can do? You know, like I said, I thought you were gonna go to the league. Like, yeah, I know you loved football. You said you always loved music when you were like warming up and everything. But when did you realize like you started making music and everything? You're like, oh man, I could actually do this, and I can really like pursue it as a creative outlet.
Well, shit, really when I started fucking around on that laptop, bro, because I was recording off of like Apple headphones. You know how Apple has this little microphone on it?
Yeah.
I was recording off of that on BandLab. You ever heard of BandLab?
It probably a lot like GarageBand.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, it's similar to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I used to fuck around with that with DeAndre.
Yeah, Dre.
Yeah, that's actually the first song I made was in his garage, but we was just bullshitting, like playing around, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so really when I started fucking around on that laptop, I knew I could take that shit serious. And like before everybody used to like look at that and be like, oh, da da da, you know, like kind of laughing it off because they know I play football, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I really started taking it serious, and I was just like, fuck school, and I left school and started doing music. But really, music is providing better for me than football was, you know, like.
Yeah, definitely. No, and
so, yeah.
I like me doing this right now, this whole podcast thing, like I'm seeing that like there's different things I can do that I actually am like passionate about rather than just football and just or just school, you know? Like it's
Hell
becoming
yeah.
one of those things where it's like, oh, you can like use something that you love to do and create it into a new outlet. Like I've always like speaking, I was always loud and talking. I mean, you remember me in high school,
Yeah.
but I never knew I could just do something with my voice. And then like I was making music back in high school with my friend Jake, who's now he's Avion is his persona, and he's making music and he's blowing up and everything. And he but like then I started getting ordering my own stuff, and my mic was messing up, and I started like talking into it, just rambling, and people started getting a fall into it. And then I just started doing this podcast, and people started liking it. And like doing this podcast has made me realize that like I like to talk and I like to do things creative with my own voice and talk to creative people and things like that. And like it's made me think like I don't really need school. Like I'm gonna get my degree and everything, but I don't really need school. What I need is to do something that I love to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Hell yeah, I feel you on that 100%. Because if you doing what you love, it don't feel like a job, you know?
Facts. No, for sure. Yeah. It's almost like I love this Alan Watts saying. It's like people got to realize that they're not doing work, they're playing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, I feel you on that.
You don't have to hold your phone though. You can like put it down or something. The audios will be fine.
Yeah,
I'll tell
I
you
feel
if
you.
it's
This
bad.
is just hella low. I just wanted to,
Yeah.
yeah, like my table hella low. I didn't want to go sit at the other table.
No, as long as you're comfortable, man. Like it
Oh, yeah,
doesn't
it's good,
matter.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just trying to make sure
appreciate you.
you're comfortable and everything, you know?
Hell yeah.
But let's get back into you. You know what I mean? So you started making music. You felt like this could be something you were gonna do for a while. When did you realize that like, oh, this is something you loved? You know what I mean? Like is there a certain song you fell in love with making? Is there a certain song you fell in love with after the process? Or was it just like over time it kind of gradually like pulled you in, you know?
I feel you. Like I always loved music, bro. And it was always like a passion of mine. Like music got me through hard times, or, if I was mad at some shit, I put my headphones in and, just vibe out to the music or whatever. But I really have to say, like, probably Trick Paper. You ever heard my song Trick Paper?
Of course I have. I was
Like,
just watching the music video earlier.
yeah, bro. That's probably the one where I was like I could really do this shit, and I love this shit wholeheartedly. Like,
Yeah.
it comes easy. Like, I don't have to really try to make music. Like, it just comes. Like, maybe I'll smoke a blunt, or I'll have a drink, or I'll just be vibing, just chilling in the crib, and I could just start writing a song. I got hella music unreleased right now, but I'm gonna drop a new project in May.
So when I talk to like other people, so I mean, I make music and I love music. That's like one of my favorite things to talk about, and just in general, I love music. And one of my things that I've always said is like, there's nothing like being in the zone when you're like creating a song. Like
Yeah,
I know you feel it. Like when
yeah,
when you're hitting, like you're like, oh my God. And you're like, it's like, you're like outside of time and space. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
What songs like that for you when you were creating it?
Uh, Really, some of the shit I have unreleased, I'm feeling that way.
I
Like,
feel that, bro. I
I'm
do feel
feeling that
that.
way because I got some pretty big features. I don't want to say the names because it's gonna be
No,
a
no, no.
surprise.
Yeah, keep that to you.
Like,
Keep that to
so
you.
yeah, when I drop those songs, there's definitely gonna be big. I'm gonna use promotions like World Star and Stay Cheese and
Mhm.
Fizzler. You ever heard of those?
I've definitely heard of World Star. You know,
Hell yeah. You ever heard of Stay Cheese?
Stay Cheese. No, I heard of Fizzler though. I think.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be using all of those, bro. But really, that song. But if I could say one that I already got out, probably Mr. Lemonade.
Yeah, yeah, I know that song. Yeah.
That one and probably Say Less. Like I
Hmm.
was really, or I know. Matter of fact,
Uh,
I know.
yeah.
I know
The
is
remix to that,
actually the
right?
one I was really like vibing with. Like,
Yeah,
god damn, like this the one. I feel
definitely.
like that shit would have way more. It would have way more publicity around it. Like more people would know about it if I was at a higher point when if I had a bigger platform when I put that song out.
Definitely.
I feel like it would have been on like top 100 charts.
Here's
Definitely.
the thing about music, bro, like that people don't really understand is honestly like half of the music that's like really fucking good that you hear from like top artists is honestly written by other people. Like people
Hell
don't
yeah.
realize that, bro. People like really like unless you're in the music industry, people don't realize that like half the shit that you listen to from I mean, but Drake is obviously writing his own stuff now and everything, but he didn't always, and a lot
Hell
of
yeah.
Justin Bieber doesn't at all. You listen to his last song, Anybody, it was written by John Billion. Like people don't realize that like most of the songs that are like people who are huge, they don't have time to write their own songs, so like huge people write it for them, you know, and
Hell yeah.
so like say like you gave that song to somebody and they performed it, like imagine the publicity that would have. And I hate that to an extent because it's like the most talented people we don't even really know because they sold their songs to like famous people, you know.
Hell yeah. Hella famous